Welcome to Belated Tech Gaming and our Sinking City walkthrough and travelogue. This is the 7th part of our gameplay. In part 6, Reed reported his findings to the expedition to Throgmorton, namely the ambush of the expedition by the EOD and the abandonment of Throgmorton's son by the crew of the expedition's ship. Throgmorton vowed to take his revenge on the EOD and the ship's captain. New lead in hand, Reed is headed to the fish market to discover what he can on the EOD. Let's rejoin him as he's about to interview the spokesperson for the EOD. Many thanks for choosing to watch our content. Let's continue. Alright, so we just completed a side mission concerning the Throgmorton's father and mother, who turns out still alive. She was at the asylum and she has escaped, and the whole thing revolved around the fact that Frogmorton has a brother, and the brother was trapped in a mirror at an early age because of a horrible accident, physical accident, and in order to save the kid's life he was banished to some sort of weird Lovecraftian other realm. The story at first didn't seem very compelling, so we didn't record it. If we find out later that the Bethany Throgmorton and the brother is relevant to the main mission, we will record it. So, right now the only side missions we have recorded, let's go to the casebook, and release, or at least going to release, is the letters from Oakmont. And that was only so a person could see how the side missions related to gaining experience and what the general tempo of the side missions are. They're all pretty much the same. You go to an investigation site and you gather evidence, and occasionally you have to either fight or run from monsters, and that's kind of it. It doesn't have any compelling attachment, as far as we've been able to tell, to the main story, which is the expedition that was launched by Throgmorton to find the reason for the flooding and for all the psychotic incidents that have arisen since the flooding, and of course the creatures, the wild beasts. So they do give some interesting backstory, but not super interesting. You basically find out that after the flooding, wild beasts kind of made their entrance and brought with them infections, by some sort of that infection that if they stung or bit one of the city's residents, that resident turned into a wild beast themselves. At least that's as far as we've been able to tell. So, other than that, I'm not really sure what there was any particular relevance to the wild beasts and the side missions talking about the wild beasts. So anyway, we can revisit that at a future time if necessary. So right now we're working on Quid Pro Quo, which is the main mission that starts right after you, Lost at Sea, which is where, we find out what happens to the expedition. We go out to the rock formation, which is like a half mile out from the one of the harbors, and we find the what's left of the expedition underwater. We fight a few minor monsters, and then we go to the back to Throgmorton, tell him what happened, and he gives this follow-up, which is Quid Pro Quo. So we're supposed to find out what happened to Professor Harriet Doe, who was the expedition's leader, who was captured underwater and brought back to the city. So there you are. So to do this, we must investigate and discover who attacked his expedition and kidnapped her. And most likely, probably should talk to the police and find out what they know about attackers, Innsmouth, assailants, that kind of thing. So we can, where else would you start? The game doesn't provide a lot of leads in that line. So we'll start there. So let's go to the newly discovered fast travel point, which is over here, and we'll travel over to the police station. So Police station is over here in the admin area. No. Cover side. Yes. How far is it here? Can we walk? Yeah, the fast travel is best bet because it's right there outside the police station. So we'll do that. The load times of the games are horrific, so you try to avoid engaging load times if possible. Okay, so let's get going. So this is the police station over here, this somewhat monolithic building. If you wonder what this is like a little trolley, waiting area, trolley stop. The trolleys don't run, obviously, and a lot of times they end either in water or, in this particular case, it looks like an infested area. It's walled off. It might be just water, I don't know. It's a police car. Can you interact with it? Nope. That would be interesting. Okay. This is the captain. We've already talked to him.
Don't waste my time, newcomer.
Yeah. Doesn't say anything particularly interesting. After that initial dialogue, which we've already covered in a previous segment, he doesn't really say anything interesting. So you go back to the research desk, which, by the way, looks the same no matter whether you're at the library, the city hall, the newspaper. This animation is the same. Okay, so I guess the best bet is to discover who attacked the expedition. So we will find the fated expedition. So let's choose. It's not a property crime. Misdemeanors, complaints. Choose violent crime. Let's see. I guess you could pick any of these. How about evidence? We did gather some evidence. The medallion, the sacrificial knife. I don't know if the instruments of crime are relevant here. All these could be relevant too. What else do we have here? District. Well, it wasn't inside the district, unless you're talking about the expedition headquarters. Well, we're trying to find out who might have stolen dough. So we pick this, and then we'll just start with this. Instruments of crime, see what it gets us. Okay. At about 10:30 p.m., April 15th at the fish market, I apprehended a suspicious-looking incident out there stalking a woman. Golden amulet, fish eye, who was a dagger seized. That's what we found at the expedition site, which is the amulet and the dagger. Forced to release, suspect got away, the case is pending for expedition. Interesting. So maybe this is the same individual we found killed at the bottom of the harbor at the expedition research site. Okay. So let's see where that takes us here. The fish market is located at Eastern Shells. The Shells, Eastern, that's Western. Eastern, at the fish market. Oh, we've been around here before. So we can just fast travel right here. Okay. So let's go be about it. The fast traveling is awesome, except for the horrific loading times. Whoops. We definitely don't want to go here. They got wall manacles, for God's sake. Yeah, the station's a little confusing. Oh, yes. Let's daylight. The game's very pretty during the daytime. Don't know quite why that's walled off. Maybe it's because of water. I don't know. Anyway. So we're going to just zoop over here. Okay, let's go. Yeah, so we've been over in this direction. I think we walked past here for whatever reason. We didn't go in. Generally, we don't go in buildings unless we have to because of the constant danger of wild beasts. And since we have so little ammunition. Well, this one appears to be an open market, so...
As much as you need. It won't cost you a penny. Don't be shy. We have enough for everyone. Fish? Fresh fish? Take as much as you need. It won't cost you a penny.
I hear,
Fish? Fresh fish? Take as
that
much as you need.
weird whispering
It
sauce.
won't cost you a penny. Fish? Fresh fish? Take as much as you need. It won't cost you a penny. Don't be shy. We have enough for everyone.
I've heard that I can find an organization hereabouts that goes by the name of the EOD. Am I in the right place?
You sure are. I happen to be a representative of the EOD. Pleased to meet you. My name's Anna. Can I help you with something?
Charles Reed. Just a few questions, if I may.
Of course. Ask away, Charlie.
This city is short on everything except dirt, rain, and things that want to kill you. Yet, you just give away food for free. What's your angle?
Angle? There's no angle, Charlie. Not everyone can hide in fancy manners like the grand families. And our hearts tell us we must do more. We've decided to seize our own fate and rise above this disaster. I think it's going well. The sea's good to us, and it blesses us with abundance.
What is the EOD? I mean, what do you do as an organization?
Well, we are a non-profit charitable organization. Actually, it's better to say that we're a gathering of volunteers. We're not an official charity yet. As for what we do, we try to help ease the suffering in our city as much as we can.
Oh, how do you do that?
We provide fish for the hungry and fix the homes of the poor. We also patrol the streets at night to keep the wild beasts and bandits at bay. And many, many more things. Whatever needs doing. Anything to help the people, Charlie.
What does EOD stand for?
Everyone's obvious duty. When we began, it also had, is to help each other. But we dropped that part. It was a little bit wordy.
It's been great chatting with you, but I'm actually here to speak with the EOD leadership. You know where I can find them?
Not so fast, Charlie. Nobody meets the top brass without being a member. You need to earn a rank in the EOD first.
Oh, you're kidding me. What for?
You need to prove yourself. Show us through your actions that you're worth our time. No offense, Charlie.
How can I join?
That all depends on what skills you can offer us. What do you do best?
Well, I'm afraid my resume's in my other jacket. Let me see. I was in the Navy during the war, and ever since it ended, I've been a private eye.
The sea provides. Turns out we have a job that's a perfect fit for you.
Okay. Tell me more about this job.
Well, last night someone tried to break into our fish storage room. Luckily, the guards scared him off, but I fear they'll be back to finish the job. That's why we've been busy today giving away all the fish to the people. We'd rather it get into the hands of the needy than to some thief.
And you want me to find whoever this thief is, right?
You're smart, Charlie. I like it. Exactly.
Fine. Count me in.
Good. Thank you. Here's the address. Tell the guard the password, I serve the sea, and he'll let you into the storeroom.
See you later.
Okay.
Glad to see you again.
Alright, so that, I've exhausted the, let's see, casebook, what do we find out? Hawking Lane between Warren Road and Liberty Road. Okay, it's not that far away. And the Mind Palace is flashing, so let's go see what that's all about. Okay, that seems pretty straightforward. Okay. No, what she...
Do you want a fishy? Do you want a fishy?
Blackwood and Marsh. Blackwood Marsh Canning Factory. That's the place we walk by on outside of the port.
There will be dark, and it is only fair to be afraid.
This guy's an instant.
Titanic forces are at work, infinitely greater than ourselves. Unknowable, incomprehensible. There will be sacrifice. There will be loss. There will be darkness. But these are the hallmarks of a pivotal moment in time. And each of us has a part to play.
I guess this city wouldn't be complete without a doomsday prophet.
Let me assure you, I am anything but. I am called Ebernot Blackwood, and this is the place I have chosen to share my message. Please, come to one of my full sermons.
Charles Reed, good to meet you. Blackwood, you're a member of the Grand Family.
I am indeed the last of that line, inheritor of an empty mansion and a severed history.
I'll see you around.
That's all I get?
See you around, newcomer.
That's all I get. Oh, this huge container is holding a squid of some kind. That's all I get? Oh. A tree do I get a, no change to the Mind Palace. Okay, what else we got? So we found the Blackwood, the last survivor of the, interesting, the last survivor of the, Blackwood family. What's this guy gonna tell me?
This used to be an okay place to live.
What are you selling, mister? I don't see any goods.
I offer what everyone in this Borg needs most. Safety and comfort. You a newcomer? Where are you staying?
The Devil's Reef Hotel.
Oh, old Victor always thinks so small. A man of your talents could earn his board 100 ways. Maybe you want some more spending money?
Got a job for a private eye, mister? I'm always up for a good side gig.
That's what I like to hear. I'm Walter. I need someone capable to take care of an issue on my property. Local fauna, if you know what I mean.
Real estate's a risky business. How'd you get into it?
All my life I was a common fisk trader. But I wanted more. I dreamed of being a landlord. A man who never works. So I scrimped and saved, and bought several houses. Gonna rent them to the refugees and newcomers. And I have even greater plans.
Let me guess. You need a gun for hire. Or is there another task?
I need you to place these incense burners on the top floor of my properties to drive off the wild beasts. Take a photo for me as proof.
Smoke that repels wild beasts. Does that even work?
Of course it will. No doubt. I bought it from a friend I trust.
Well, okay. Just give me the address. See you later.
Alright, so I received a side mission. Probably, yeah. So we have picked up open house. That's what we just got. That should be, I'm sure we'll be dodging all kinds of wild beasts in these ones. Extra hours, that was extra hours we picked up. We walked by a bar, and it was a cop who needed some pictures from some murder victims, and or victims of some sort, and we agreed to do that. So that's what extra hours is. Okay. So we need to go to the shells. Okay. So we're going to fish storage in the western shells on Hawking Lane. Okay, Hawking Lane. Here we go. And between Warren Road and Liberty Road. Warren Liberty on Hawking. It's in there somewhere. So let's see. What's the best way to get there? We just walk. Yeah, I remember that that building here. We were over here, and we were trying to get some supplies, and there's monsters, so it seems to be related. I guess we'll just fast travel. Try to avoid fast traveling because of the load times, but you know, sometimes it could be the best thing. Oh. Did I go to the wrong corner? I did. Let's get disoriented in this game. There it is. This is the outer part of the city. The inner part of the city is considerably more prosperous. Whoop. These, no. Yes. Yeah, these parts of the city which are closer to the harbors are more, you know, industrial and warehouses and rundown tenements and that kind of thing. I think it's all supposed to be somewhat representative of a 1920s city. This spire, I have no idea what that is. If you go around the city, you see a variety of spires, which are kind of unnatural. There's no current explanation for them. Alright, so which way we're going? Okay. We'll be sure to save our game before we go into this location. Yeah, here we go. So let's save. This must be our guy right here.
You got business here.
I serve the sea. Anna sent me here to investigate the recent break-in.
I see be praised. Finally. I'm Daryl Grimes. How can I help you?
Can you tell me what happened? Don't skimp on the details.
Not much to tell, sadly. It was a man, that much I know. He snuck in while I was upstairs, tried to steal the fishies, but I heard him. Nearly got him with a harpoon by Kay, but I missed in the dark. He got away, that Dane. But I wonder, why steal what you can get for free?
Yeah, that's a bit of a puzzler. What did this burglar look like?
Same height as you. Not too big, not too small. Nothing to write home about. An average Joe. If not for his, bald head. That guy was as bald as an egg. I could see the moonlight reflecting off the top of his head.
And what did he steal?
Nothing. I scared him off before he could.
Where did he go after that?
Don't know, pal. He was way faster than me.
What's the deal with the password and such?
Orders from the higher-ups. I don't get to ask why.
All right. Well, that's enough for now, Mr. Grimes. I've got to go to work.
Here, take the key. May the sea bless you.
Yeah, so you know that this is going to be a cluster. No, I don't want that. Oh, am I short on fuel? On ammunition here? No, I'm just simply have to reload. Okay.
Wow. It pierced a good inch of solid wood like it was nothing.
Gunpowder, okay.
The hull's fresh, still smells of the sea. No signs of decomposition at all. That's a fancy-looking bottle. Looks like it was taken from a lab somewhere. There's some kind of powder left on the bottom. I better not touch it. It could be dangerous.
Okay. Got a Mind Palace clue. That's worth something. Oh, supplies. Usually the presence of these lockers means there's monsters galore. A telephone over there. Alright, I guess we'll go downstairs before we go upstairs. Sometimes the monsters only spawn when you go up to the second floor. I have noticed that. I don't know what the music is for. Oh, there's a mind's eye clue here somewhere. Getting plenty of supplies is usually not a good sign. Oh, it's over here. You take, when you penetrate these fake walls, you take a lot of psychiatric damage, for whatever reason. Okay, the monsters haven't spawned yet. So, manacles on walls, that's probably not good. Alright.
I have questions.
Yes. It's like a torture room. Lots of blood below the chair. Not a good sign. There's no seat. That's probably not a good sign either. So it's like a harness that you're hung from. Oh, okay. Alright. So there's nothing for it but to go and clear up the monsters upstairs. That's an icebox. What's this?
Thing's dead as a doornail, but I don't see any wounds.
Oh, it's eating the fish.
So first it ate the fish, and now it's dead. That's troubling.
Yeah, it's like a rat, mouse slash, like, weird shrimp hybrid. These are just harpoons. Okay. Here we go. This should be fun. Haven't spawned yet, but you know what's gonna happen. What the hell is that? It can't be all that's there. They probably spawned downstairs. So another architecture, another drawing board, as in a.
Nice work. When I was a kid, I would have gone nuts for this. Well, if it was finished, that is.
Interesting. Paddle boats. Toys good on blah 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 blah. Orphanage. Okay. There's one of those medallions. It's not coming up with a. Wait.
This guy must really be into his hobby to have such impressive tools.
Oh, I just triggered the little mine palace thingy. Okay.
Just a little bit more.
Okay.
I hope Professor Westerbrook never learns about this.
Come back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
So one in the basement too. I don't see one.
Darn pests. Mayor, take them.
Okay, let's see what we have here.
Alright, so probably the guy was so the intruder was probably messing with this stuff first.
I hope Professor Westerbrook never learns about this. Just a little bit more. Oh no.
Then the Innsmouth have heard the commotion.
Darn pests. Mayor, take them.
And then
Come back, you thief. I'll show you not to mess with us.
A man broke into the fish storage, poisoned the fish with an unknown substance, then made a noise which alerted the guard, who chased him out.
So I've caught the key evidence. Now, by the way, if you don't get all the evidence, you do not get the experience points, which is pretty annoying. So you got to fish around for it until you find it. So we'll have to do that. But in the meantime, let's go look at the Mine Palace. Mine Palace. Okay, so that's not related. That's not related. So poisoned fish have been distributed to residents. I mean, it's connected to the university. Makes sense. Okay. Secret chamber seems to be unrelated, so we need more clues. So the case book, got the guard, the key, and the man's connected to the university. Lore. Letter from the orphanage. So the toys were made to the orphanages. Not clear how that's related. Okay. Alright, so we got more evidence to collect, so let's see. Let's go back upstairs and make sure we got everything. Oh, there was some. I can't carry any more of those. Alright, so, wait. May be able to absorb some of that inventory. Yeah. So, can we get... No, we still can't get that. Okay. Oh, wait. It's green. We have everything. Oh, I must have missed it. I didn't get the all evidence collected sign. We're done. Let's beat some feet.
You dig up anything interesting?
I sure did. Turns out our friend here wasn't here to rob the place. He came to poison the fish.
By the sea. Are you sure?
Well, that's what the evidence suggests, anyway.
Okay, this is horrible. Please don't tell Anna it was my fault, or she'll have me quartered.
Anna will quarter you. You're joking about that, right?
Wish I was. Anna, she's ruthless when it comes to punishing the guilty, EOD member or not.
That's unexpected. Huh. Look, nothing personal, Daryl. but I need to tell Anna the truth.
Okay. All those people might suffer because I do what you must, Mr. Reed.
That's pretty
If
generous.
it's that bad, maybe you should skip town, hide somewhere.
You don't understand, Mr. Reed. You can't hide from your own conscience.
Fair enough.
Can you remind me where I can find the Oakmont University?
You can't miss it. It's the greatest thing Oakmont has to offer, except maybe our famous caramelized eel stew. Give me your map. There you go. But don't forget to first report your findings to Anna.
I found a hidden room full of shackles and chains downstairs. Looks like some kind of torture chamber. Know anything about it?
What? Stop talking drunk. That can't be true. I know this place top to bottom.
Now, Daryl, you know I'm a detective. And if you're lying, I'm going to find out one way or another.
I've got nothing to do with it, I swear, Mr. Reed. Go ask Anna. She's responsible for renting the place. I know nothing about this.
Okay. I'll talk to Anna. We'll see if your story holds up. See ya.
May the sea protect you.
It's funny how it always concludes with a wait, this is Mine Pile's clue. They don't seem related. No. No. Okay. So we have to go to Anna. So we'll just return to the telephone booth.
Burn your eyes clean, for the dusk of time is at hand. Here's the prophecy inscribed in the twilight of the dawn.
The NPCs will generally not interact with you, and if they do, a lot of times they'll pull a gun. Kind of reminds me of Red Dead, actually. If you bump into people in Red Dead, a lot of times they'll pull a gun. Alright, so we'll go over here. Alright.
Choose wisely.
Seems like every street corner has its preacher.
Take as much as you need. It won't cost you a penny.
I've got news about your fish storage problem.
Oh, I'm all ears, Charlie.
It only looked like a robbery. Some guy broke into the storage to poison the fish. Near as I can tell, he succeeded, at least partially. I realize it's a lot to take on faith. Look, I've got a sample of what I think is the poison, though I can't identify it yet.
Sea protect us. That's terrible. What kind of man would do such a thing, and why?
I don't know, but I aim to find out.
We need to stop distributing the fish. We have to let everyone know about this. Kay knows how many people might already be affected.
Any theories on who might have done this? Any enemies?
The EOD has a lot of enemies. Wicked people that want to burn this city or drown it in blood. It could be anyone. It could be the police, the Ku Klux Klan, see take them, or even the Throgmortons. We were always a thorn in the side of those apes.
What do you want me to do with the poisoner once I find him?
I'd bring an end to him right there if I were you. The police and court are useless these days.
That wasn't the deal. I'm a detective, not a hitman.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Report to me when you find him. I'll see that the reward will be more than handsome, if you know what I mean.
I'll, see what I can do.
One thing still bothers me. The guard at the storage, Daryl. What was he doing at the time?
You get to choose.
Your guard was vigilant. He fought bravely, but the poisoner knocked him out. You ask me, he deserves a raise.
Good old dependable Daryl. I hope he's okay. I'll see he gets his due. Goodbye, Charlie.
It's interesting. So you got two choices to do that.
I've found what looks suspiciously like a dungeon in the basement of your fish storage. Care to explain?
Excuse me? You've found what?
A dungeon. Chains, shackles, and blood. Ring any bells?
I have no idea what you're talking about, but it sounds awful. We only started renting the place a few weeks ago. Goodness. I'm going to have to ask our landlord several uncomfortable questions, it seems. Thanks for the heads up, Charlie.
Now, refresh my memory.
So he asks the question again.
Where's the university here?
I know it very well. Here, give me your map and I'll show you.
I wonder why the game would do that.
You were a student there, I take it.
Yes, that's right. I earned my degree there a while ago. Are you surprised?
I just wasn't expecting to see a college graduate working here is all. I never had the opportunity myself. Could say I'm a bit jealous.
You'll find that here in Oakmont, a woman can achieve much more than on the mainland. Our university has always accepted women with open arms.
See you later.
Okay. They say mainland, but it seems like the map calls Oakmont like on a peninsula, not on an island. You do get these island references, but... Oh, it's interesting. You step out and it's raining. You step in, it's not raining. That's interesting. Okay. So we need to go to the university, which is over here. No, it's not over here. It's somewhere. Oh, here it is. Yeah. I actually went by it already, which is why all these areas are marked on one of the side missions. So we'll go back and we'll fast travel. I'm getting all turned around here. In this rain, someone's drying their clothes. Okay. So let's go over here to university. This is a nice part of town. The buildings are slightly grander. Whoops, I'm not... No, that's not what I want. Yes, that's what I want.